Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be finishing 7.6, solving inequalities. I know you've already written this down, and that's fine, and that's great, but I just kind of wanted to reiterate some things that we talked about on Wednesday. So when you look at this this type of an equation, okay, the very first thing, notice our symbols. Less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. One thing you have to notice is with each symbol, you have open and closed dots. Okay? For less than or greater than, notice that for these two, notice they are both open dots. Okay? If we have open dots, that means the solution is not included in our solution set. Okay? And when we have the other one, which is less than or equal to or greater than or equal to, in these types of equations, we use a closed dot because it is a solution of the equation. All right, so we went over. Okay, and again, you should have this written down. If when you are looking at your homework, I want you to go back and look at this note specifically, because opening closed dot is a big deal. Okay, it's worth a point on each one of these problems. Okay, so if you remember a graphed equation, x is less than 3. What I want on a number line is going to be three numbers, 0, and I'm just going to do -3 and 3. Okay, and we've already done this, I know, but I just want to reiterate it and review it. Okay, open or closed dot at the beginning? Well, because we have a less than symbol, it is an open dot because it is not equal to, and 3 is not a solution. For instance, 3 is not less than 3. That's impossible. Okay, so because of that, we have an open dot. Now it says less than, so think of a number less than 3. Well, 0 is less than 3. So because of that, we shade towards that solution. Okay, so what my graph just tells me is everything lower than 3 is a solution. Alright? Sweet. Okay, ready? Okay, this is where we are at. We're at, when solving one-step inequalities, use the same process as if we were solving a one-step equation. Okay, so just because it has an inequality sign does not mean we change up the process. But this is the key right here, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to have that memorized. I want you to take that piece of information home, put it on your nightstand. I want you to fall asleep reading this note right here. I know you all will because I know you love it. Okay? And I want you to read it over and 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 over again. Okay? Learn to love that one note. It says when dividing or multiplying by a negative number, negativo. Okay? Negativo, a negative number. Reverse the inequality. However, okay, I'm going to put this however. Whoa, stop the phone. Mr. Stevens saying however, but. Okay? Just because you see a negative sign in the inequality doesn't mean you reverse the inequality. Only when you divide or multiply by a negative number. Okay? Alright. So this is where we were at. It says solve the inequality, then graph the solution. Okay? So pause now and write these problems down. Okay? Once you have written them down, I want to go over one of them, and then we will cover the other two. And I might, if you're lucky, I might add one more problem. Only if you're lucky, though. Okay? Only if you're lucky. Okay? So write this down. Pause. Alright, so this very first one where it says -3n is greater than or equal to a -24. Okay? What is my first step? Well, I notice that when I look at this 3n, I want to get n all by itself. And in order for me to do that, I need to divide. Okay? Why do I divide? Well, because I have 3n times, or negative 3 times n. So I divide by negative 3, divide by negative 3, okay? So I take negative 24 divided by negative 3. Again, if you need to, use your calculators on this. You are allowed to use your calculators. However, make sure that you are plugging in negative numbers correctly, okay? Negative 24 divided by negative 3, that is 8. What is my what is my inequality sign? It switches. Hopefully you are thinking less than or equal to. Why does it switch? Because you are dividing by a negative number. You divided by a negative 3. Okay? So because of that, we have n is less than or equal to 8. Okay, so on my graph, I have 0, 8, and negative 8. I wanted 3 points on my graph, so I graphed 3 points there. Okay, I plot my point. Alright, I'm plotting it at 8. However, I need to look at my sign. What's my sign? It's less than or equal to. So because of that, am I going to use an open dot or a closed dot? Closed. This is a closed dot. Closed. Okay, so now we have n is less than or equal to 8. So we got to think of a number that's less than 8. Well, how about 0? 0 is 0 less than 8? You betcha. So because 0 is less than 8, I am going to shade to the left. To the left, to the left. Everybody, shade to the left. Okay, so there you go. Alright, next one. We have 2 more problems. What I want you to do is solve these 2 problems. Okay, again, use the exact same process that you do one-step equations. Okay, give it a shot. Pause and give this one a shot. Alright, so the very first thing you do, 7s is less than negative 42. What is happening in that equation? Multiplication, because it's multiplying between the 7 and the s. So what do we have to do? Divide by 7. And I have on the left side s. On the right side, negative 42 divided by 7 is negative 6. What is my symbol? Or what is my inequality? Less than. Why does it stay as less than? Because, why? Alright, I hope you're right. We'll see if you're right. Because we didn't divide by a negative number. Okay, so because we did not divide by a negative number, our symbol is less than. So on our graph, I am going to put 0, negative 6, 6, and since s, and that's a less than sign, I know it's an ugly less than sign. Okay, s is less than negative 6. So when we look at that, open or close dot? Open dot at negative 6, shaded to the right or to the left? Well, it's less than negative 6, so think of a number less than negative 6. Is negative 7 less than negative 6? Yes. Where would negative 7 be on the graph? To the left or to the right? To the left, to the left. Everybody shade to the left. See, I love when math songs just make you smile. I mean, just if you sing that out loud right now, you would just love it and you would just enjoy it, right? Don't tell me that doesn't make you smile. Don't tell me that you don't love this. Okay, now done with that. So if you look at this, w minus 21 is less than or equal to a negative 32. What operation do I have to do to get rid of that 21? I add. That looks like an and symbol, but I am adding here. Okay, so when I add, I have w on the right side, negative 32 plus 21. Negative 32 plus 21. Well, when you look at that, you are going to subtract those 2 integers. So 32 minus 21, that's going to give you 11. Okay, but it's negative, negativo. Okay, again, what is our symbol? Oh, wow. Again, we have less than or equal to. Okay, we don't change our symbol because we are not multiplying or dividing by a negative number. Okay, we make our graph. We put in 0. I'm going to put negative 11 and 11. And shading which way? Well, first of all, open or closed dot. It is a closed dot. Closed dot at negative 11. We need to figure out to go less than negative 11. Okay. And I'm going to shade once again to the left, to the left. All right, I won't sing. I know, I won't sing. Okay. And lucky you, look at all this time we have. Okay, what we are going to do is we are going to do one more problem. Okay, so here it is. We have W, and it's up top here, right there. Okay, we have W over 9 is greater than 1/3. Okay, so in your head, you should be thinking, okay, what operation is happening? What operation do I have to do? Okay, I'll do that operation. I'm going to graph it, and I'm going to solve. So try this problem out, see how you do. All right, so when you look at this equation, W over 9, what operation is happening in there? Division, so you need to multiply. Okay, so now we have W on the left side, and we have to take 1/3 times 9. Now remember, we have to switch 9 to 9 over 1 when we multiply by a fraction. We do not need common denominator because we're multiplying. So you multiply straight across, you get 9 over 3. Somebody simplify 9 over 3 for me. I'll wait. Okay, it is 3. Yes, what is my symbol? Greater than. Why did that not change? Why didn't it change? Because we did not divide by a negative number. Okay, so we now have W is greater than 3. I'm going to put negative 3, 0, and 3. Okay, open or close dot. Open. Now, greater than, bigger. Greater means bigger. So we have a number that's bigger than 3. What's a number bigger than 3? Well, 4. Switches to the right of 3, and we're going to shade to the right. All right, that's all I have for you today. All right, that's it. Lucky you. Here is your homework, page 348 to 349. I want you to do that right now. Okay, if you have any questions, I want you to circle them. Make sure that I want to make sure that you understand these problems. If you do not, once again, circle them. Okay, but before you circle them, I want you to look back in your notes. I want you to look back in the book, look at previous problems that we have done, and try to see if you can figure those tougher problems out, because some of them might get tough. Okay, don't forget to graph on a number line. Also, when you look at your number line, make sure you have 3 points. Okay, and when you graph your point should be on the graph, not up. If you put a point there, that's not correct. If you put it down below, that's not correct. You want it on the actual number line. Even this right here, if I put a little point up on top on that 3, that would also be incorrect. Make sure it's on that number line. Where is it? On the number line. Make sure that there are arrows on a number line. It is a number line, not a number line segment. It's a number line. Okay, enjoy this assignment. I hope you all have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Adios.